welcome to this week's episode of the Voynich Manuscript podcast. This week I'm joined by...
Josh.
And Brenden.
And this week is quite special because this week we're actually going over our first viewer request. An anonymous listener has asked us to talk about werewolves.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't like werewolves.
Nah, I don't care.
They're a bit hairy.
And I'm going to be specifically talking about the Beast of Bray Road. Have any of you ever heard of the Beast of Bray Road?
Not at
No.
all.
That's good. Alright, just a quick something. This is mostly about werewolves, but I'm focusing on the Beast of Bray Road because it is the most notable recent werewolf sighting. Don't read my report.
Oh, not reading it. Wait, how recent is it?
They are still seeing werewolves there today.
Are you sure they're not
Okay.
high?
Drugs aren't in this story, but if you want them to be, go for your life, buddy.
Okay.
Drug it up for all I care. So Bray Road is obviously a road in Elkhorn, Wisconsin, in America. And Bray Road has had loads of notable werewolf sightings over the last century. Like, so many it has been given the name the Beast of Bray Road, not just werewolf.
Okay, is it like one werewolf or multiple?
Well, the fact that it's been seen since 1936 kind of makes you think it's multiple, but...
Have they ever seen more than one at once, though?
That's actually a very good question. I've never seen a report with more than one werewolf being seen, but...
Hey, if they're real, we don't know how long their lifespan is.
Yeah,
No.
we don't.
Mind you, if we're going off of actual wolves and all, it's probably not even as long as a human.
Shocking
Maybe
the fact
maybe
we
it's-
did this in the Mothman episode as well, but for moths.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe werewolf lives are like dog lives. They don't last too long sometimes. Well, depends on what breed it is.
I encourage you to Google stuff yourselves, so I guess we're all Googling average lifespan of a wolf.
What breed is it? Like, what breed of wolf?
Where?
Where? I've never heard of that breed before.
It's...
Average life, not lifespan of a wolf. 16 years captivity, 14 in the wild.
So I'm pretty sure there's
Yeah.
got to be multiple.
Multiple werewolves.
Probably.
That means it needs to have kids, it needs to go through the whole cycle of things, so there are more than people know.
Does the dad have to pay child support?
I guess only if wolf divorced.
Okay, I see.
I wonder if a werewolf can have a child with a normal wolf, or a normal human.
Didn't they cover this in Twilight?
But like,
I haven't... Oh wait, no, I have
Isn't a
seen one
werewolf
on
also a
Twilight.
human? So like, surely they would have to like pay child support and go to work and stuff like that to be able to fend for their family.
What is a werewolf's average job then?
No,
I don't know, working on a farm, herding sheep.
could be an accountant.
Yeah, werewolf accountant.
I'm just
Accountant,
imagining
wink, wink.
a normal-looking dude coming home from work, putting his suitcase down, and like a dog runs over to him, and he's just, "Hi, honey, I'm home."
I mean, in the show Dimension 20, there's a werewolf who's a student counsellor.
Yeah, see, so we don't know. Maybe our principal when we went to school was a werewolf. We never know. We never saw him at night.
I did. That sounds weird.
Finn,
I was on the student council. I saw him after hours.
Excuses, I see.
Alright, so the Beast of Bray Road was first spotted in 1936, and it was described as a 6-foot-tall man-wolf, bear-wolf, or indigenous dog-man.
this just sounds like racism.
Yeah.
What
if it was just a hairy guy?
Just a hairy guy, okay.
Yeah.
It's said to have grey-brown fur, a face resembling a wolf, shiny yellow eyes and pointed ears. Its body, though furry, resembles a muscular man. The creature is said to run and walk on all fours, all four of its legs, or just its hind legs, and has been spied sitting on its haunches and kneeling like a man.
Okay. Do they have contacts back in the 1936 or whatever it was?
What do you mean context?
Well, bright yellow eyes. Maybe some dude was just drunk, wearing contacts.
Or he was jaundice. Oh, contacts. I thought
Yeah.
you said context.
No, contacts.
I
I don't think they did.
don't think they did. I'm not
Probably
Googling it. I can't be
I
bothered.
I'm not
don't
bothered.
think that's something to Google. But
Yeah. I mean, it's something we could Google, but I can't be bothered.
could just prove my theory.
Yeah. One of those funky cosplay contacts that makes it look
Yeah.
like slits. It's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably couldn't see.
Or they're just jaundice and just have yellow eyes.
Probably.
Yeah. Some people believe it's a werewolf, others that it's a Bigfoot, and some people claim that it's a yet unidentified species. Though it has never attacked anyone, some witnesses claim it has acted aggressively, running at them, jumping and clawing at their vehicles, leaving like scratch marks on paint jobs of cars.
Okay. That sounds like a complicated thing to explain to your insurance.
Oh yeah, werewolf.
Werewolf!
You're not getting your insurance.
Some researchers consider the beast of Bray Road to be identical to other kinds of to a kind of Wisconsin Bigfoot the locals call the Bluff Monster or Eddie.
Very
I
scary.
prefer the second name.
Eddie. Oh no, it's Eddie! Ah! Others, including Native Americans, believe it to be a Wendigo, which has often been cited in Minnesota. Others believe it's simply been misidentified and is a wolf, bear, or a large feral dog.
Well, if it was a Wendigo, he likes traveling, doesn't he? Minnesota, Wisconsin, whatever it was. Was it Wisconsin?
The Beast of Bray Road is Wisconsin, but
Now it's you.
but the Wendigo has been cited in Minnesota. I actually plan on doing an episode of the Wendigo. I think they're really cool.
Yeah.
They are
Oh,
pretty
I
sick.
love it.
So yeah, this werewolf-like creature has been portrayed regularly in the media since its first sighting, and even has a low-budget movie based on its legend. I would actually love to show you some like screen grabs of the movie because
Okay.
it's truly awful.
When did it come out?
I think it came out in the 90s.
Okay.
Oh,
Whilst you're
2005.
when you're typing this up, I just wanted to ask,
Yep.
has this same creature been sighted in other states or areas, or just here?
There would just be called a werewolf. That is what the Beast of Bray Road looks like in the film.
Okay.
It reminds me of the werewolf on like the Michael Jackson Thriller, you know?
It
It
kind
does.
of does.
You know,
yeah.
just like really, really
Just-
badly done.
Yeah, even worse than the one in there.
I wonder, like, is that real slow or is that just fake? Like, the guy just couldn't breathe in the mask or something?
I'm dying.
They just couldn't understand because of all the, like, plastic all over his face.
A proper latex mask. And just every time he breathes, it inflates a little bit.
That'd be hilarious. I'd watch that movie then. Clearly wasn't a good movie because I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
That's what determines it.
Yeah.
but yeah,
Exactly.
clearly, if Brendan's seen it, it must be a cult classic.
I'm a film nerd, thank you very much.
Oh wait, why is there? It looks like there's a new one in 2018.
Oh, that would be so cool.
I don't know,
Bray
the
Road
other one
Beast
looks more
2018. I'll have a look.
The other werewolf looks a bit scarier.
Beast of Bray Road movie 2018. Yeah, 2018. It's on Amazon Prime.
It's on.
That's probably why no one's watched it, to be honest.
Can we watch the first one anywhere?
Probably not.
God, I just went back to the picture of the werewolf.
Do you have Amazon Prime?
I don't.
Okay, I
I
was
would-
about to say I'd be very, very
So
depressed with you.
I would absolutely
I do
love
have
to
it.
watch.
Yeah, Josh, you have everything though.
Yeah,
Rich
because
boy.
movies are good.
All right. The number of sightings in the 1980s and in the late 80s and early 90s prompted a local newspaper, the Walworth County Week, to assign reporter Linda Godfrey to cover the story. Initially, she was skeptical, but soon became convinced of its authenticity and later wrote a whole book titled "The Beast of Bray Road: Tailing Wisconsin's Werewolf."
I mean, she was probably getting paid to make it seem believable, though, right?
I mean, you think that, but this is someone's journalistic reputation. I know a few journalists, and they have a stake a lot in that.
I also know a few journalists who are just nut jobs anyway, though.
And I know a few journalists who just try to fake stories for money because that's what their company wants them to do.
Yeah. It's amazing we all know journalists.
Yeah.
Well, I say a few, I know one.
It's networking.
So, I don't know why I picked the Beast of Bray Road, because there actually is not a lot on the Beast of Bray Road. It's not a very well covered topic, and I just wanted I kind of use this as a stepping point to talk about some other things.
Okay.
Some popular theories about what the Beast of Bray Road could be, which are just other mysteries.
I just think either the people have gotten high or it was some drunk dude after a costume party.
A lot of people, I know a few people who believe that Bigfoot, that's what, like, the Patterson Gimlin footage, you know, the one where he's walking Bigfoot, that's what Bigfoot was, just a drunk dude after a costume party.
Yeah, probably.
I
mean, or they just couldn't, it could just be a guy with hobbit feet.
I mean, I'll get into this on the Bigfoot episode that I eventually do.
Yeah.
But Bigfoot is one of the few ones I actually do believe possibly could be out there.
Probably.
Okay. Why do you believe that?
Okay,
yeah, for another episode.
Well, like, I've seen reports, like proper scientific reports about the footage and how it's like that it can't be a costume with how the musculature on the back move and the way it's actually walking. There is very little chance that would be a costume, and if it is, it's a very high quality costume and almost impossible for the 60s.
You should probably leave this for another episode.
I am. I'm going to stop there, but that's just my 2 cents.
I think it would be cool if, like, this story tied into Wendigos and stuff like that pretty well.
I mean, I'll talk a bit about Wendigo. So,
can I just say, clearly werewolves are real, because if it was in a Michael Jackson video, then clearly it's real, because anyone wants to be in a Michael Jackson
because
video.
everyone believes everything that Michael Jackson says, because he's a pop star, or was a pop star.
It was a pop star.
Before he died and, you know, slept with those kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone believes that.
Yeah, and that's truth.
Alright, so now I'm going to talk about something that seems very completely different. Kangaroos.
Okay.
Did you know that there are mystery kangaroo sightings all over the US? Often referred to as phantom kangaroos.
Those are just people who are high, because weed's legal now in a lot of places in the US.
Oh no, this is like for many years.
No, I actually have heard about that. Like, just escaped kangaroos or illegally taken kangaroos.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I want you to, because you two are Australian, obviously.
Yeah.
You're just assuming where I'm from.
I know
I'm
where you're
Australian,
from. I have
but
known
yes.
you for about 6 years.
About. Well, don't even know how long you've known me for.
I don't know how long I've been in this country.
I think I met you in like year 9. You were sitting on a bag rack.
It doesn't surprise me.
Well, I met you in year 11 sitting on a bag rack.
Yeah.
It's good to see that I'm consistent. But yeah, it's been about 6 years. I just did the math. You know, the counting on my fingers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want you to describe how you think a kangaroo acts normally.
Well, they love watching you when you drive down the road, and then late at night they love walking out on the road or jumping out on the road, and then you have to try and dodge it because it doesn't give a damn if you hit it.
I have a feeling you've only had negative experiences.
No, I've met some good kangaroos, but that's pretty much what everyone knows with kangaroos now, is that
Yeah.
they love jumping out on the road.
But yeah, they spend a lot of time in open fields, usually just walking around on all fours, hopping if they need to go somewhere a little further. I guess just eating and hanging around all day.
They're also really good at boxing.
Yes,
Kickboxing.
I have genuinely run away from a kangaroo chasing me. Scariest shit.
They are terrifying if they're angry.
They've
Absolutely.
broken people's ribs there.
Yeah.
They've killed people. Their feet are really strong, like their leg muscles.
Yeah. Well,
Anyway,
so I would describe kangaroos normally as like quite a sociable creature.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a lone kangaroo?
A lot of times, yes.
Really? I've
Yeah.
I've only ever met kangaroos in groups.
Have you
A,
ever
a
met
couple
Roger?
times I've seen lone ones, but like 99% of the time they're in large groups.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're in large groups, but yeah, there's occasionally ones, the ones that like jumping out on the roads are
yeah.
normally alone. And Roger, I don't really think I ever saw Roger the ripped kangaroo around. It's actually a real thing.
I know.
Yeah, no,
It was-
I've met a kangaroo that was
Yeah.
just as ripped as him in the wild.
Yeah.
It was so terrifying.
I haven't, but it sounds terrifying.
Yes,
Yes,
I
it
pet
is.
one of the other ones in the group.
And then Roger came after you.
No, that wasn't the one that chased me, thank goodness. Otherwise, I might not be.
You would
Death
be
by kangaroo.
you would be in a wheelchair
Uh,
or the ground. But yeah, these phantom kangaroos, whatever you want to call them, mystery kangaroos, they are never seen in a group. They are very solitary,
aw.
but they have also been described as extremely vicious, like biting and scratching.
They don't
Bite
bite
or
or scratch.
scratch,
They
I
just
know.
kick and they punch.
Yeah,
No, they do scratch, but not...
Not
it's not their
No.
primary. Yeah. Whereas, yeah, obviously a kangaroo over here would be punching, kicking,
Yeah.
not scratching or biting.
the occasional scratch.
Yeah, occasional scratch, but like I said. Which is what makes these kangaroo sightings so weird. And, like, I've looked into this and I've seen articles where it's like a mystery kangaroo sighting in like, I think it was Ohio. And
Huh.
it posted a picture and it was clearly not a kangaroo.
Oh.
And I'm like, how many of these sightings are actual kangaroos? 'Cause, like,
Do you have a picture of what they thought
I
was a kangaroo?
I don't. It's one of the few times I forgot to save my source. But
I always forget to save my barbecue sauce.
Okay, Brendan.
He said he
we
forgot
just
to
had
save sauce.
we had radio silence there for a second because it wasn't funny.
That's what I'm good at.
And I can't remember what animal it was, but I think it was just like a greyhound or something. It was just very clearly not a kangaroo. But I just got me thinking, like, do a lot of Americans know what a kangaroo looks like?
Well, whilst I was looking up to find it, I just found pictures of the kangaroo on a roof.
That's in Mount Isa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just blatantly not America.
No, I just typed mystery kangaroo spotted.
Alright, well, this is also going to...
Oh, there's one in Austria. You're a few letters off.
Yeah, just a
Well,
little bit off.
actually,
That's
that's a
Australia. I've
very-
been there before.
That's a very interesting fact. Like this, I didn't write this down, just something I know. Where do you reckon the second largest breeding population of wallabies in the wild is in the world?
Wallabies.
Yeah, wallabies.
Second largest.
Second largest breeding population of wallabies in the world.
It's got to be
New
somewhere
Zealand.
fairly humid
No.
temperatures and very flat land.
That's not Russia then.
You're actually close with Russia.
Ukraine. Chernobyl.
Close. Alright,
I don't know.
I'm gonna put you out English. It's France.
Oh, okay.
That's not close.
It's close as in it's the same continent.
Russia's over here. France is over here.
The same continent. I'm counting it.
Russia's in 2 continents, so it makes it a little more complicated.
Shut up. So, it's because a wildlife zoo, I think it was, just their wallabies just escaped and started a breeding population in a nearby forest.
Wallabies
Oh,
are
that's
horny
pretty
animals.
cool.
So.
And so yeah, well, I think it's like the second highest wild breeding population of wallabies in the world is in France.
Yeah, it wouldn't be remotely close to here, but
Oh,
still.
not remotely close. It's only like in the hundreds.
Yeah,
but-
we have more wallabies and more kangaroos than people.
Yeah. But like, a lot of people, back to those phantom kangaroos, like, that's what a few people are saying that the Beast of Bray Road could be. But it could just be a kangaroo.
Well,
What?
the way you describe what the
Wait,
beast
actually...
Yeah.
Yeah, no...
Tall, greyish brown.
Yeah,
is, I
the long nose and stuff like that.
Yeah.
long nose. Yeah, I just don't know because it said like muscular arms and kangaroos.
I've seen plenty of muscular armed
No,
kangaroos.
but they don't have big arms.
I have seen kangaroos with big
I've
arms.
seen a lot of kangaroos. They don't have big arms.
All right. Well, the other mystery that I'm going to talk about that could be what the Beast of Bray Road is. Also in America, alongside the phantom kangaroos, you get mystery apes.
Okay.
They're often called devil monkeys, and these are quite a common sighting in the US, and often lumped in with sightings of Bigfoot.
Okay.
They're described as 6 foot, vicious, dark, and roughly like the Beast of Bray Road.
Kind of reminds me of drop bears.
How convenient, right?
But it's like the main the normal story for devil monkeys is circus train derailed, monkeys got let out, bada bing bada boom. Devil
Like Michael
monkeys.
Jackson's monkey.
Like Michael what? Oh, Bubbles, yeah.
Yeah. Didn't he viciously attack people at
Yeah,
one point?
I think he ripped someone's finger off or something. But that's another popular theory about what the Beast of Bray Road could be. That it's a monkey.
Huh. Does America have many escaped monkeys?
No, but it's a very popular urban legend.
Okay.
Monkey escaped from the zoo. Monkey escaped from circus bus.
Monkey got shot in a zoo.
Harambe. Rest in peace.
Sad times, guys. Sad times.
But then there actually is a very small breeding population of a type of monkey along the Mississippi River.
Okay.
It's something like one of those little monkeys, not capuchin, but like a tapir, tarsier. I can't remember which one. And they've just made, like the wallabies in France, they've just made a very small breeding population along the Mississippi River, and people can find monkeys if they go along it, which I find interesting.
I just find it convenient that there's phantom kangaroos, devil monkeys, and they're assuming that this Beast of Bray Road is a werewolf.
Yeah. You got evidence of kangaroos and monkeys, but you think it's a wolf.
Yeah, exactly. You have the evidence of these other creatures, and you're like, oh, it looks exactly the same as these other creatures, but it's a werewolf. I'm telling you, it's a werewolf. I haven't seen it in the daylight or anything like that, but it's a werewolf.
Currently, I'm just trying to find out if there are any escaped monkeys in Australia.
Oh yeah, that looks pretty real to me.
Very real. It's just an emoji-looking thing of a monkey.
I also heard a theory, this is when I was doing my research last night, because I thought I said Thursday, not Tuesday. All of these were written at 11 o'clock last night. So, something I came across was someone's combining the devil monkey and the phantom kangaroo theory, and thought that they had bred with each other, and that's what the Beast of Bray Road is.
And that makes a werewolf.
I'm not quite
Kangaroo
sure
monkey.
that's how biology works.
It's not, but it's funny.
There's
Kangaroo plus monkey.
there's no wolf blood in it, but it makes a werewolf for sure.
It's like how monkey plus crab equals human.
What if it was just Jacob from Twilight?
If we're gonna say Jacob, our friend.
Nah, just Jacob from Twilight. Jacob, our friend, is technically a werewolf.
Oh
100%.
yeah, never seen him in the day before.
Yeah.
I'd see him
Well,
more
I've
as a
only seen him in
vampire.
the day.
I've only seen him in the night, pretty much, so I think we've got two different views here.
See,
I just don't think he sleeps.
all right,
No,
okay.
he doesn't.
Let's just to pad out this episode because this has got a bit quicker than I thought. Let's play categorizing our friends as cryptids.
Okay.
Okay, I haven't watched Cryptid for a while.
I'm not sure what this is.
So we are saying which monster or cryptid or whatever is most like our friends.
Okay, well, since we were just on Jacob, let's start with him.
Yeah,
I don't think he sleeps.
he doesn't. Have you seen him?
No.
Sometimes?
So,
He's
okay.
definitely a Wendigo.
Yeah. No, you're a Wendigo.
I was thinking
You're
some kind of
gaunt,
robot.
white, and I've seen you eat human flesh.
Here we go again.
Hold
You
up.
know my skin complexion, okay? I just don't like the sun.
We know, we can tell. Granted, I'm one to talk, Captain Britain here.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's got white hair,
so
isn't it?
I'm going for robot for Jacob.
Sure, not for you.
Yeah, I'm not very robotic anymore.
Yeah, he's not robotic.
You have humaned up a bit.
But
Thank you.
Jacob just is
program
like
has updated.
really, really serious, and he always like seems to be like on a specific program, and he knows way too much. He's definitely a robot.
Jacob is robot. Cool.
Cool.
We got you as the one to go.
Yeah,
Josh, I'm gonna go vampire for you.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I'd see him as a vampire.
Yeah, it spends all your time in what I assume is some dank coffin.
We all know that Sky is
They're nice,
definitely
tight
a
and comfy.
werewolf.
Sky is a werewolf.
Because
Yeah,
Sky is a fairy.
I should have gone Sky on this episode,
Oh,
quite
yes.
frankly.
Yes.
I don't know, that would have gotten Sky a bit,
Oh, no.
Shit. I'm glad I didn't invite her now.
Oh, I'm not going to hear the end of this from them one. So
Sky is one of the Sky and Talitha are the two people who actually listen to this show with any frequency.
Once you get it on like Apple Podcasts, I'll listen to it when I drive. But that's the only time I listen to podcasts.
It's slowly getting on there. It's just a long process. All right, Nico. Very clearly, some sort of alien.
No, I wouldn't say alien.
I could see alien, but...
Or some sort of strange fey creature.
Yeah.
Or a witch.
Definitely a
Witch.
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 Definitely into witchcraft.
Witch. Madeline is a zombie.
Oh, 100%.
Some sort of undead creature.
Oh, we're not going to hear the end of this from
Oh,
friends once they
we're
listen
not.
to this.
Well, once again, it's lucky that nobody listens to this.
If once you put it to Apple Podcasts, that's all I'm saying. Apple Podcasts, if you're listening.
It'll boom when it goes onto Spotify.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it on Spotify?
I am still trying to figure that one out.
Okay,
We'll
because
get
once
you
it's on Spotify, I can listen to it when I go to work and all.
We'll get you sponsored by
I figured out YouTube and Apple Podcasts. It's just Spotify's the last one.
Spotify's hard, though.
Okay, Talitha is probably some sort of gremlin.
I haven't met Talitha enough to be able to...
Oh, okay. I've only met them in person once or twice, but I talk to them often enough to know they're some sort of gremlin. Or goblin, I guess. And that leaves me.
Yes.
You.
What a me.
What are you?
What are you?
British.
That's monstrous enough. I'm happy we've come to that conclusion.
I was gonna say some sort of like wizard or something because of the glasses, but you know.
The glasses is what makes me a wizard.
Cryptid,
Yeah.
pedophile.
Sorry?
What?
Pedophile. Just the glasses in itself. All you need is the mustache.
British pedophile.
Both the same thing, really.
Let's just call it quits and go nonce.
Exactly. There you go. You're a nonce.
I was going to go for wizard, but fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm happy with wizard.
I don't know.
No. We need to add British wizard.
Yeah, British wizard.
British nonce wizard.
Not
There we
like
go.
not like Harry Potter or anything. You're more like Ron Weasley, like in the younger years.
No.
Broken wand.
I'm more like Draco, you know, wizard Nazi.
No, I'm Draco.
Yeah.
Oh, Brenden very much does look like Draco.
When I have the long hair.
Just a quick description of Brenden. If you got Draco and then, you know Mike from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, how he got
Yeah.
stretched down the taffy puller?
Yeah.
Do that to Draco and then give him a poor nose job, and that's Brenden.
Or I've been told I look like if Machine Gun Kelly and Little Peep had a baby with no tattoos.
This means nothing.
This is just for people who don't. This is just for people who don't know what you're talking about. It's just another.
Okay. I use literary references, you use rappers.
Oh, this is what I've been told from other people. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
I don't listen to either of them. But
Josh, you describe Brenden.
I feel like we've had enough descriptions of Brenden.
Josh just looks like the wannabe emo cool kid.
Why am I
Really?
the wannabe emo?
You know, oh no, the e-boys. He looks like one of the e-boys, you know, with the hair like all messy, like at the front. And...
That's because I
All
got
the
here in a hurry.
rings.
Yeah, I got here in a
Yeah, but
rush
he's got
because
the
I woke
chains,
up
the
20
rings,
minutes
the
before we're
bracelets.
supposed to record it.
20 minutes after we were supposed to start recording.
Yeah, so I rushed straight over and didn't do my hair.
But you
I'm
can't
sorry.
not say that he doesn't look like one of the e-boys.
See, when I look at him, I think more accurate and just go, shut-in tech nerd who hadn't had any human contact in 2 years.
E-boy.
slightly closer. I think Finn got it.
Yeah.
If we're describing Finn,
Go on, lay on me.
just think British, and you know, like the typical like pedo American dad glasses. That's what he's wearing right now. All he needs is like one of the Ned Flanders mustaches. Yeah.
I did try to grow one of them previously, and it just didn't work.
I do love that from my point of view. When I look at you, there's also just a rainbow flag behind you.
Yeah, that just describes
like a
Finn in a
backdrop.
nutshell. There you go.
Alright, do you guys... Sorry. Do you guys have any last thoughts on the Beast of Bray Road before I wrap up this episode?
Right, that's what this is about.
I'm 100% in on the guys were high, or they just completely wanted to have something to scare people.
It's
even
definitely...
though it had phantom kangaroos and
Devil
monkeys. And devil monkeys. It was apparently a werewolf.
Without a shadow of a doubt, it's just a buff kangaroo.
Buff kangaroo.
Buff kangaroo, 100%.
And in my opinion...
It's Roger the Whipped Rabbit.
In my opinion, as I always go with the boring option, it was just a wolf.
Wow, boring. Wow.
Alright,
He's
and
wrong.
that is the end of
100%.
today's episode. Thank you for listening. I have been Finn.
I am Josh.
I'm Brendan.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
I don't know why I always wave doing that.